Well, when we were 17, 18 starting, it was two things, fun and women.
You ever hear of a song called Rebel Rouser?
Yes.
By Dwayne Eddy?
Yeah.
I was going to sleep one night and I heard that dun 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 dun. It just fascinated me. Next day, I was thinking about buying a guitar. I was probably 14.
So it is because of a riff in your case.
It just struck me. The sound of a guitar, it just struck me. It's just beautiful.
You would say it's the fun in the woman too, or?
I like
Women? As compared to young boys, yeah. He tends to go towards women.
It was nice. It was nice to
I heard.
I'm talking here. Yeah, I'm talking here.
Powerful, heavy, very much energy.
Sometimes loud.
Well, sort of like Larry said, I saw a rock and roll band with a saxophone player in it, and he was a good saxophone player, and I just thought, oh, I want to do that. And so he and I started, I borrowed a saxophone and go over to his house, and he'd play the piano, and we'd play together. That's how I started.
Are you familiar with a band called The Ventures?
I've heard the name, but I'm not familiar with it.
They're from Tacoma also, and they were an instrumental group, and they came out with a song called Walk, Don't Run. And all their instrumentals were, they had like 3 albums out at once, all instrumentals. I learned every one of those songs, every one of them. Porno over here, probably.
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Hard Day's Night with all Sonic songs.
Yeah, and sounding and looking like the Beatles.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to be on stage.
Yeah, normally there's a progression there. We start out on stage, and then when we're done, we're under the stage, and they carry us back to the hotel.
We don't rehearse very much. We never have rehearsed very much.
Well, when we're on tour like this, it falls into a pattern. Normally sound check at the venue like we're doing now, 3 o'clock, something like that, and then we play anytime between 9:30 and 11, depending on how it's promoted. And then the next day, get up, go to the airport, go somewhere else, do the same thing. It gets to be a pattern almost every day.
We fight for sleep. That's our most critical thing is, are we getting enough sleep?
So
Yeah, my 24-year-old son called me and said, "Whoa, Dad, cool. What do you guys do when you're on tour?" I said, "Whoa, we go to bed." And then in the morning, we argue about who got the most sleep.
Yeah. Did you hear that commotion up there?
Oh, there's been so many. We played Primavera Sound in Barcelona 3 years ago. It was just incredible, 25,000 people. On a smaller venue 2 years ago, we played La Trabendo in Paris. We just played there 2 nights ago. We played La Trabendo in Paris, and it was about 130 degrees in there, and the place was totally sold out, and the crowd was hanging over the stage where we were playing. Those kind of things are a lot of fun, so you remember those.
About the Sonic's Chris or Cross is
Sonic Boom from the Northwest. But the history is
Yeah, Cross is the name. His last name. I can't remember the first name though.
Charles.
Charles Cross.
Well, it's universal. It means different things to different people. Obviously, it has to do with your soul and how you feel about things. And it has to do with what you like and what makes you happy and what makes you excited. And that can be anything from hard rock and roll like we play to been down in New Orleans where the people are just as pumped up about Cajun music or it's just whatever you get from it individually. We all get something different. I mean, all of us in the world, all of us on the planet that listen to music, we all get something a little different from it, but it all comes down to, I think, your personal enjoyment and what it does for your soul.
I always wonder when someone buys the ticket, what do they expect? What is it they want to hear? And when it's over, did they get what they expected or more or less?
What can I do personally to add to making the band sounds better and to make those people that are standing right there in the front row have more fun? Well, we all do the same thing. We all play as hard as we possibly. We don't tailor ourselves to various audiences. Well, we're going to have to play soft for those guys, or we're going to have to play really hard for those guys. We come out and play hard every night, and we don't hold back. That's one of the things I'm proud of the Sonics is it doesn't make any difference where we're playing or who we're playing for. We come out every night and hit it hard and give it everything we've got so that when we go back to the hotel, we feel good about it.
I wonder, the same thing, did they get what they, not the person here, because it's kind of obvious, the person way back here in the crowd, are they getting what they expected?
Yeah, I also want them to have fun. I want them to feel almost like they have to move. They got to do something. Either they got to clap their hands, or they got to move back and forth, or they got to holler. So, it builds up in them. That's what I would like to see happen.